Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm in a Mercedes GLC. Now this GLC is a plug-in hybrid, but not like the X3 that you would have recently seen on my channel. This actually in fact is a diesel plug-in hybrid. Now Mercedes back in 2019 launched the GLC with a petrol plug-in hybrid named a 300e. Then what they decided to do was something which was a bit radical. They said, no, we're going to go and launch a car which has got a diesel plug-in hybrid as well. So they've done that. They're trying to, I'm assuming they're trying to get the market of high mileage drivers, which is a great concept to lower your CO2s, carbon footprint. But is it really that good? Let's find out. So this particular GLC, right, okay, what is it? It's a 300de. They only come in AMG line derivatives or spec levels. This has got the premium pack on it, not the premium plus. So the color, right, let's talk about the color. This is what they call Mojave Silver. I actually think it looks really nice on the car, suits it really well with the alloys. So this car comes with a 20-inch alloys, part of the premium pack. The running boards are part of the premium pack. The augmented navigation and this black open poured ash wood, as they call it. Now this car is £52,500, a lot of money. The premium pack that I've just mentioned of those options is just under £3 grand, £2,800, bonkers money. So this car's missing a few options. It's not actually missing. You can get a premium plus to enhance the car, and what that gives you is full electric driver and passenger with memory. It gives you a Burmester sound system, which is very good in the Mercs. It also gives you a different set of 20-inch alloys. The upgrade on that, so bear in mind the premium pack is £2,800. The premium plus pack, £6,500 for what I can see as 3 different options. That's bonkers, absolutely crazy money. But nonetheless, let's talk about this one. So the petrol versus diesel plug-in hybrid is a £2,000 difference, so the petrol being a bit cheaper. I have driven the petrol. I drove it back in August last year, and I was getting about 112 mpg, so around town with the battery in combination with the combustion engine. Great car, really good car. This one, yeah, this one is interesting. It's very interesting, but we'll take it for a drive and I'll talk to you about it. So some of the good things about the GLC now, you know, I know we always mention about interior colors. You can actually get this car in a brown interior. You can also get it in black and red, which is great from Merc. So you can actually color contrast it, fantastic. This car has got the latest digital display, so you can now change the cockpit with 3 different settings. You've got sports, classic and progressive. You've got the mood lighting in part of this premium pack as well, which is not as good as something like the E-Class or the GLE, but is still great to be able to change the interior colors on this. But let's take it out for a drive. Let's see what it's like. Silence, complete silence in this, even it being with a diesel engine. So this got a 2-litre diesel engine in it, which is very good. Right, let's talk without the battery first of all, because I think that's the important thing, that when you run out of charge, and I'll talk about the battery and what I've seen in it. So this being a brand new car, I've been hovering between 35 and 43 mpg. I've done some motorway runs, I've done some town driving, but if you do town driving, you're better off getting the petrol. They did stop selling it, and now they are selling it again. Works really well. What this car actually does with the battery is next level. What you can find is this car will do some crazy mpgs. So I have seen over 100 mpg. I have seen 400 mpg. I've even seen 700 mpg. In the battery range, what I've managed to get is, so the book says 34, which I've got 36 as well. I've gone up to 38 miles of electric, but it's also dropped to 25. So that's kind of a bit of an interesting one, where I don't know why it goes down when you expect it to increase, but up to 38 miles on electric, which is fantastic. That is where you just think to yourself that this car is genuinely next level. It gives you everything you need it to do. So you're doing your high mileage, you've got a plug-in hybrid, you're thinking about the environment, but also you're actually then getting the MPG on the car as well. And as long as you charge it, will need to change your driving style slightly, it will work fantastically. This car has got the battery in the boot. You can have a look at it. It actually doesn't compromise the boot, where something like the X3, which you would have seen recently on the channel, you know, it does. Nonetheless, this is still a very good car. The boot's not a problem. You know, it's still able to be used for what it is, an SUV. So I've showed you about the dash. You've got the new enhanced displays. You got the nice augmented sat nav, along with Hey Mercedes, which didn't even come on. Okay, fine. So you've got all those features in the car. Great. One thing I have found is that if you are parked up, the heating doesn't work all the time. It's not consistent, where in a normal car, you know, it just kept powers on. You kind of need to go in park, hit the accelerator, let the engine come on, and then turn the AC on, or the heating on. But again, it could be that I'm not used to driving this car, and company car drivers, those who watch the channel, want to know more about this car. Right, so 40% taxpayer, you're looking at circa £230 a month. Again, obviously that will go up from April, or in fact no, that is a price from April 2021, and then it goes up by 1%, I believe, a year after that, which isn't bad money when you think about a £55,000 car. For that much, it is a very good option. I think that the car does well, drives well. It does feel heavy. You do find that you're kind of going around corners. It's not as agile, but it is a heavy car. You can tell the batteries in it. But you know, company car drivers, you won't be disappointed in this. And it actually gives the X3 a kind of a run for its money, because they're both really, really good cars. So it all depends what you go for. But I don't think you'll be disappointed either of them. High mileage drivers definitely have a think about this. If you do, you know, sub maybe 15,000 miles, then consider the petrol. Both great options. You can get really good specs on them. This genuinely is a great car to drive. I have owned a couple of GLCs myself, and I couldn't fault them. And this kind of benefits the company car driver more than the private individual. But yeah, it's a really good option. Really good option. One of the downsides to this car, you can't get a tow bar. Now, people that normally drive these vehicles will always look potentially for a tow bar. The BMW X3, the BMW 330e, you can get them. Mercs don't. You can't get them on the Mercs. So all of a sudden, it kind of gives you that kind of problem, where if you can't get a tow bar and you need one, you're not going to buy this car. I think one thing you'll find in these plug-in hybrids is that where is the future on these cars? There's a lot of conversations about going to 100% electric, and that said, it may be the case that we do, but I still think there should be a place for these plug-in hybrids. Are really, really good in that kind of aspect, where they do work, they give that reassurance to us as drivers to say, look, we can go anywhere without having a problem of thinking about the range. The diesel electric is quite smart from Mercedes, where other manufacturers are looking at petrol plug-in hybrids. Drivers are concerned about not just the fuel economy, but the ranges on some of these 2 litres 4x4s, where, you know, it's a heavy vehicle, etc., like the X3. But the diesel engine gives you that kind of peace of mind that you run out of the, you know, 35 miles of electric and you jump onto the diesel, you know, you will still then get a very, very good fuel economy out of it, which I think is really important. The car handles the road well, it drives really well. If you've driven a Mercedes before or a GLC, it drives exactly the same. You know, it's genuinely a really good car. It's a really nice car. I think people will have a tough decision on what you go for, whether it's this or you go for the BMW X3. Both are really good. Now, one thing you will be seeing very soon on the channel is the offering from Land Rover and Range Rover. So the Land Rover Discovery Sport is on its way, and also the Range Rover Evoque. Now, big statements from them going into plug-in hybrids, different kind of vehicles. We'll talk in detail about how good or bad, reliability, and more importantly, where this, either in the petrol or the diesel, comes in a 2 litre, and so does the X3. Land Rover did something different. They've gone for a 1.5, but that's for another video. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you have hit that subscribe button. Bye for now.